All right, next segment. More NFL games, but this is the Primetime games. That's our segment called Primetime Showdowns. That's where we go over the Thursday night football game from the week before, Sunday night game, Monday night game, and then we're going to preview the Thursday night game for this week. So Thursday night football of last week, the Panthers beat the Texans with a score of 24-9. The Panthers look pretty good, and they're going to have their first big test with the Cowboys, I think, this coming up week. But they haven't, and I'm not bragging because I think it's more of the people around him, but Darnold looks good.
Yeah, it's the first 3-0 start since that undefeated team that made it to the Super Bowl and lost.
And I had this game on, but I didn't pay attention to it. Not going to lie, I was on my phone and didn't really pay attention to it. I just checked the score.
It's kind of a boring game. I mean, it was just...
The score would reflect that. Like, it just looked one-sided and low scoring. I mean, 24 is sort of low.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Sunday night football game, I did watch it. Not all of it. But the Packers went to San Francisco and played the 49ers, and the Packers pulled it out 30-28. And it's just proof no time is never not enough for Aaron Rodgers.
No. It was like that picture that was going around Twitter. He's just locked in. 37 seconds, no timeouts, and he was...
Even 37 seconds is too much time for Aaron Rodgers.
He knew what he needed to do. Same way with all the elite quarterbacks. Tom Brady, you want to leave 0 seconds on the clock, or you don't.
Zero chance.
Yeah.
No doubt. Leave no doubt. Yeah, the biggest takeaway from this game is the Packers got a win when it mattered. Aaron Rodgers done Aaron Rodgers things and drove down the field and put them in a position to win. But the 49ers are really good too. And I've said it in a past episode. I think the 49ers are a playoff team. Even if it is a wild card, they will be fighting for a playoff spot. So this was a big matchup. It was a good game. I think it proved a lot on both sides. Not just that Aaron Rodgers can win when it means the most, but 49ers held in there to the last second.
Mm-hmm.
So, they'll be good. And last night's game, or the time we're recording this, last night's game, Eagles at the Cowboys. Cowboys look really good.
They looked really good. Except for toward the end. I mean, we watched that game together, and I told you, I said, Cowboys look really good tonight. And then right after I said that, there's a bad snap. Dak fumbled, and then the next play was a tackle for loss or something. But other than that, Cowboys look really good.
I do think that, because I made the comment, I do think that first game, the Cowboys and the Bucs, I do think they game planned that to run away from the Bucs defensive line. And it looked like the first 2 weeks, this offense has changed. Like, McCarthy's came in and changed this offense, and they're going to be pass heavy. But this was Zeke's coming back party. He had 2 touchdowns and looked really good. I mean, he had 17 carries for 95 yards, 5.6 average, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I hated on Zeke a lot. Me and you have talked about it.
Said he was washed.
Outside of the podcast, and I don't know. I just don't like whenever you give running backs, any running back, a big paycheck because they just don't produce like they did before you paid them. So,
not that they don't produce, they just don't have the shelf life.
Yeah. But anyways, he made a push toward changing my mind last night. We'll see We'll see what the coming weeks have.
Dak has really came back strong. 21 for 26, 238 yards, with 3 passing touchdowns. And a lot of them was really basic plays. He had that wheel route out of the backfield to Dalton Schultz towards the end. I mean, it wasn't nothing stellar. I think the Eagles are just very limited right now. And I made the comment last night. I'm like, Jalen just hasn't proved nothing yet. To me, I just think it was more the Eagles couldn't compete right now. But that's just my thought. We'll get into the young quarterbacks later. We got a new segment we're going to do, but I just think Jalen Hurts has a lot more to prove. And then this Thursday, I don't think it's going to be a good game. Jaguars at the Bengals. Minus 7.5. Bengals are favored by 7.5. It's just going to be a boring game.
Yeah, it's...
And what was it a couple years ago? When they used to do the color rush, the mustard and ketchup game?
Yeah, it was
Jaguars and the Cardinals.
No.
The mustard yellow for the Jaguars and then the red. I don't know. It may have been the Falcons.
I think that was Rams, wasn't it?
It was red.
Rams, Cardinals? Maybe. I don't know.
But it was just that game stood out because of the uniforms being so ugly, and it was a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
It was 14-10. Low scoring.
No, I don't even think a touchdown was scored in that game. I think it was went into overtime 16-9 or something. It was, and I don't think a touchdown was scored through overtime. I think it ended up being a tie at the very end of the game. I can't remember, but yeah, I do remember that game.
And this very well could be the Trevor Lawrence coming out party. I highly doubt it. With it being at Cincinnati, I'd say it'll be the Joe Mixon show all night. And more than likely, just run it. What do you think?
Yeah, it'll be a lot of...
Hand it off to Joe Mixon all night and just get out of there with a win.
I think it'll be like that for both teams. They'll just run the ball.
It's a Thursday night primetime game with an opponent that's not that flashy, not that big, and not much. I mean, they just beat the Steelers, but like I said, that don't make the Bengals good. This could be where Trevor Lawrence has a good game, but we'll see.